out of all the adults that are kids right now, I would say Pan is a better character than almost all the ones in Daima that are children.
Okay.
I gotta admit, that's a barn burner. Oh yeah, that might be the opener. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. This Christmas, or probably gonna drop around New Year's, I don't know. This holiday edition of TSO Hot Takes is the special one. Yeah, I'm not gonna read anything.
You're gonna debate somebody.
Come on stage and not necessarily debate me, but debate each other, and let's see who knows ball, who knows Dragon Ball for real, whose hot takes they're willing to die on, other things like that. It will be a very chaotic, cringy, and annoying video, and I'm not going to be involved at all. You got a hot take? You got anything? You got any agenda you want to push?
Well, I still think Kid Buu is a bigger menace than Buhan.
Kid Buu's a bigger menace or like stronger?
Stronger and more of a menace, you know?
Okay, I'm about to say, yeah, nobody's going to debate you on him being a bigger, quote, menace. But stronger, oh, there's bound to be someone down there that will debate you there. You have someone right here telling me that Kid Buu is not only a bigger menace, you'll probably agree with that, but also stronger than Buhan. How do you feel about that?
He was not stronger than Buhan.
All right, and on that note, here we go. Round one, ladies and gentlemen. The good old classic Kid Buu versus Buhan. Here are the rules and regulations. You both get a minute of uninterrupted intros. Then you get like 2-minute recess. Yap it up. If it's entertaining, keep it going. If it's or if it's going on too long, then I'll call it type shit. And then you'll get your little outros, and we'll move on from there. You introduced the hot take, C. Don't see your full name. So, yeah, floor is yours. Why is Kid Buu stronger than Buhan?
As we all know, Super Buu was scared for Majin Buu, the fat one, to be ripped out of him for the fact that not only would he lose his nature of having a mind and shit, but at the same time, Goku and Vegeta, after they removed Majin Buu outside of his little chamber, whatever the fuck you call it, they said his power level was steadily increasing instead of decreasing. That was the first sign I knew Kid Buu, his next form, was supposed to be stronger than his Super Buu variant. And then afterwards, he blew up the planet with ease compared to Buhan, where he struggled against a fight against Goku and Vegeta before. My take on the fight on Kai's planet, yes, Super Saiyan 3 Goku did fight Kid Buu one-on-one for a short bit of time, but at the end of the day, I still would like to say he basically just toyed around with the both of them, because Vegeta got slapped around super fucking easy.
Blue dude, man. I'm not necessarily refuting his. Just state why Buhan is stronger, and then you guys can go back and forth.
I'm gonna keep it simple and fast. Buhan has the power of Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, the smarts of Piccolo, and all that combined with Super Buu. And Fat Boo's still inside of Super Buu at that point. And I understand that Kid Buu might be more dangerous because he's more chaotic, and I think that's his thing. But you cannot tell me that all those power levels combined are not stronger than Kid Buu, when Kid Buu, like you said, was fighting one-on-one with Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
All right, well, and without further ado, y'all can go back and forth. He kept his short as shit, so floor is yours. It's 2 minutes. Type shit. Floor is yours.
So I'll give you some credit with the multiple power levels being inside of Buhan, but at the end of the day, I still think it's just Piccolo's intelligence that carries that fight versus power level and chaotic nature itself. Kid Buu will still wipe the floor with Buhan. That's just me, though.
Strategically, Kid Buu is really dangerous because all of his different abilities combine with him being chaotic. The problem is, if you have somebody with all those same abilities and more powerful, don't act like Buhan isn't gonna just outsmart Kid Buu when they could both regenerate and they both have all those same abilities. Kid Buu was a threat because he was just a crash out. He was a D1 crash out, and that's why Kid Buu was a threat. But with somebody with the same abilities and stronger, he's not winning.
I mean, with Kid Buu, it's the fact that his regenerative powers are far superior compared to Buhan's at the end of the day, because I'm gonna keep it a band with you. Buhan is scared to proceed with certain fights and scenarios depending on the circumstances. Like, for example, when he was fighting Vegito, he was afraid to actually blow up the planet and kill Vegito, and Vegeta had the opportunity to push through one of the most devastating attacks and knock him completely out of it. While Kid Buu was just like, fuck it, I ain't afraid of you. I'm just gonna blow this shit up. Who cares? I'll fix myself up in a minute.
Counterpoint, I don't think he was afraid. I just didn't think he wanted to blow up the planet when he was still roaming around it. Mr. Staten was still on it. You still had him going around getting all that candy and all that. I don't think he was afraid to blow up the planet. I just don't think he wanted to.
I mean, he's fighting Vegito. Let's keep it a band here. If he really wanted to defeat Vegito, the easiest way would be to blow up the planet. He threatened to blow up the planet, was charging it up. any other second it was gonna blow up, but his hesitation is the reason why it didn't get to that point. I think it wasn't the fact that he didn't want to blow up the planet. I think he was just afraid to. Cold sweat says it all.
I got a question for you. Do you think Kid Buu would have put up a better fight against Vegito than Buhan?
I think it would be more of an entertaining fight for the fact that Buhan's not going to sit there and try to gaslight shit. But I will say Buhan did put up a better fight because of his intelligence.
There's not too many instances I can point to you that's going to point of how weak Kid Buu is or how strong Buhan is, other than the fact that Buhan has all these power levels combined. Like, I understand that Kid Buu is more of a threat. I'll give you he's more of a threat, but there is no universe in which he's stronger than Buhan. You said that his power level was raising when he got pulled out, right? And that's fine.
Yes.
Your power level can raise. That doesn't mean you're like stronger than somebody else. Like Vegeta's power level raised in Battle of Gods when it was That's My Bulma, right? That didn't mean he was stronger than Goku for a long period of time. That just meant he had a small power boost. Kid Buu destroyed the planet. That's why he was powering up. So I don't really think that that's a good argument either.
I mean, let's be real here. They saw Buhan absorbed. They know that Piccolo, Gohan, the kids, and Fat Buu were inside Super Buu, which is why Buhan was there and being a bigger threat at that moment during the fusion. Now, they sensed his power level before they started pulling people out. My question is, why would Goku and Vegeta be shocked to realize that his power level isn't dropping below what it should be, but going above what they've already sensed before? That's my point there. Kid Buu, in my opinion, is either rivaling Buhan's power or ascending that. That's just what I see.
Well, you guys have hit 3 minutes. I'm gonna let you guys have your closing arguments. Definitely an interesting debate going on here. I am happy as shit you guys started because I know these comments will be triggered. But let's get concluding arguments. Let's start off with C. You were already talking and you went first, so I'm gonna let Blue Dude close the entire thing here. Why do you still believe that Kid Buu is stronger than Buhan?
He's stronger for the fact that they struggled with him a tad bit longer than they did with Buhan.
And Blue Dude, why do you still believe Buhan is stronger than Kid Buu?
I'm not a power scaler, but it's basic math. Ultimate Gohan plus Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks plus Piccolo Smarts is greater than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We could just say that. And Super Saiyan 3 Goku was fighting Kid Buu, par for par. The only problem was he didn't have enough, an attack to keep him down in Super Saiyan 3 because he regenerated. That's just basic math. I don't have any other arguments.
This was shockingly a closer argument than I thought it would be for the most part, but I think there's still a decisive winner here. I want to say that both sides fumbled some potential argumentative points. A ton of false statements were said. A ton of them. But I think ultimately, if I had to pick a decisive winner of this conversation, not necessarily my own interpretation of who is stronger, I think that I'm going to have to say that Blue Dude won this debate only because it kind of was a situation where Blue Dude had like a very logical reason as to why Kid Buu couldn't be stronger. And C was hard banking on the fact that essentially, yeah, but he was scared during the fight against Vegito. Maybe this is introducing bias, but the issue with that, for me at least, was Vegito is stronger than both of them. Vegeto's stronger than both. So I don't necessarily like that argument. And then just to really push the edge here, I didn't use this as a part of my deciding vote because that's obviously just me introducing my own take. But just to clarify, because I said there was some factual statements on there. Yeah, Buhan wasn't struggling to destroy the planet. He was a threat to the universe when he was charging up. It wasn't a matter of he couldn't destroy the planet at a flash. It was the entire universe that was being threatened. It literally, during that scene, Vegito was like, oh shit, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, it's actually kind of ironic. Vegito was the one that was like, for a second, spooked of how strong Buhan was powering up in that very specific moment. But alas, man, this is an argument that goes to the end of time. Even pro debaters, well, actuallyers and things of that nature argue this shit. So it's not necessarily a decisive answer for the most part in the community, even though the community definitely favors Buhan. But yeah, man, I'm gonna give this one to Blue. I'm gonna give this one to Blue Dude, man. I'm gonna say Blue Dude won this one.
A rightful winner.
Rightful winner is crazy.
I'm 3-0 in these debates.
I had fun with this debate. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it's all about the fun though. So before you go, C, any final hot take, one sentence, just to fuck with chat, the community, anything like that, in terms of any hot take that just like a walk off, mic drop, leave the stage, plus ratio type shit.
Yeah, I got one. Vegeta's better.
This bastard down here. All right, a blue dude, same thing. You've been up here 3 times, 3-0 apparently. You may have to test that record later on. Yeah, any mic drop moment out of you?
He's been my most like respectful opponent so far. So thank him.
Damn.
And no, Vegeta is not better.
Vegeta is not better. That's good. The final moments where Vegeta's better. No, he's not. I'm dead. Got an agenda to push for us?
Oh, wait, sorry. I believe that GT Goku is a better Goku than Super Goku.
I could have sworn on everything we've done this before. But hey, guess what? I guess it's going to be Bloodline Rules again. You know how you niggas are every time. I don't understand it. Every single time someone brings up Goku GT, someone brings up Goku Super, someone brings up Super Saiyan 4, someone brings up UI. Alas, let's just find someone for you to go against, my brother. Yup, got a mic?
No, because I disagree.
There you go.
We can do this.
I'm about to say, I'm going to bring up people that I know will argue with you. Why do you believe that GT Goku, and we're talking about Goku, it's Bloodline Rules, Mama Goku? All shit aside, we're talking about just Goku, not the entire series. Why do you think GT Goku is better than Super Goku, Peter? Go.
All right, so GT Goku is just more faithful to the original Dragon Ball Goku. He's goofy, you know, he's a himbo or whatever you want to call him that, but he's not as like idiotic or misremembering how he used to be in the original series. Because Super Goku just kind of forgets basic things like meditation, kissing Chi-Chi, things like that. It's just, I feel like that's very odd how he's Goku, but not Goku. Like this is how I kind of remember Goku. That's basically my take on that.
King Sedman, not necessarily debating what he said, but why do you believe that Super Goku is better than GT Goku?
Well, Goku is better than GT Goku because, ain't lie, fizzled out.
Oh, fuck. Server muted for 3. Let's see what happened to you, buddy. Pre-slur or something, right? Yup, you're got a mic?
God. Yes, I'm finally unmuted.
Why were you muted?
I don't know. I joined in one time and I said something. I just said, yo, what's up? I'm Johnny. And I got server muted for like 3 months.
I pray that's not genuinely true. Anyway, what's going on, man? You got your hot take locked and loaded?
Yeah, I got a take. But I hope you hear me out before, because it's gonna be a little like when you hear it. But my take is Cell is stronger than Gohan.
Cell is stronger than the Gohan that beat him?
Yes, I will debate anybody on it.
All right. I guarantee you we will find someone that will debate you. So let's just scroll. Fuck it. Let's bring up Nero, since we got a mod situation here with the server mute. Sorry, we bring up the guy whose, job is on the line here. my guy right here says that the Cell that Gohan beat is actually still stronger than Gohan. Do you agree or disagree?
The Cell that Gohan beat. So we're talking about Perfect Cell or like Super Perfect Cell?
No, just I'd say even just Perfect Cell. Like I can make an even better argument about Super Perfect Cell, but I can get to that. First, I'm gonna just start with Perfect
Cell and Super Perfect Cell beating Gohan.
Yes.
Beating which current Gohan?
No, Teen Gohan.
Teen Gohan. He's talking about during the Cell saga that both forms of Cell would have beaten Gohan. Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, when he went Super Saiyan 2.
Okay, can I hear the reasoning?
Okay, do you believe Cell can use
We're gonna start this out because I can tell you disagree. So all right, all right, man.
Yeah.
Look, I can tell with can I?
Yeah, I do disagree.
I can tell that's an obvious.
I just want to hear the reasoning though.
All right, man. Here we go. This is actually gonna be server rules here. If you lose, you're muted again. If Nero loses, mod is lost. Here we go.
All right, I'll take that. All right, so do you believe that Cell could use the Kaioken?
Oh no, just make it your opening argument first, and then we'll.
Can I hear your opening argument?
All right, okay. Well, I believe that if Cell used the Kaioken, he would have been able to overpower Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Considering that, I believe Gohan was probably say like 5 times stronger than Cell, maybe 10 at the most. We saw Goku in the Planet Namek saga using times 20, and like obviously that drained him, but I doubt that would drain Cell. So hypothetically, Cell could probably use a times 50. I don't even think he needs a time 50. Say he just uses times 20, overpowers Gohan. I don't even have to argue the Super Perfect Cell doing that.
Okay. Nero, why do you think that that Gohan is stronger than Perfect Cell or Super Perfect Cell?
Well, I want to attack his Cell argument of why he thinks Cell has Kaioken. we do remember that he only
make your opening statement first, because I didn't allow him to go back. So yeah, just make your opening statement why you think Gohan is stronger, and then y'all go back and forth from there.
Well, I think Gohan is stronger because it's just basic power scaling, and that was kind of the whole point of Super Saiyan 2. It's just reading comprehension. That's like literally the point of that whole fight. Is Gohan at that point is the strongest character in the series. Hence Toriyama wanting him to take over, like once the series was over, because he's replacing Goku and is able to protect the Earth.
Okay.
That's why we even had to nerf him during his final fight, because he had to protect Vegeta, and so he only had one arm.
All right, man. This is definitely going to be an interesting debate. I cannot wait. My last floor is yours. Back and forth. Here we go.
Okay, now I'd say why wouldn't Cell be able to use the Kaioken?
Okay, Cell wouldn't be able to use the Kaioken because we've seen that the only abilities of the Z Fighters he really realizes he can use is once he sees them use it. Like he knew about Piccolo's regeneration.
When he sees them use it.
Piccolo's regeneration?
So you telling me the bug didn't see him use Kaioken against Vegeta? Or he actually has to see that? He literally has to see.
No, Cell has to see. At least far.
Cell visually has to see a move to use a move. He's of
the Z Fighters, yeah.
Of the Z Fighters, he has to see them. When did he see the multiform?
Didn't he see the multiform?
Chad, I was trying to invite you guys to the Discord.
Go ahead, go ahead.
When Tien and Piccolo showed up?
When is that an assumption? You think he did, or did he?
I don't remember.
He didn't. He didn't.
And even if that is the case, Kaioken is the most random technique for him to pull out. Because even if he could do it, why didn't he when he was scared for his fucking life?
Is Toriyama not known for forgetting stuff?
So you're putting it all on the assumption that Toriyama forgot?
I mean, why wouldn't he be able to use it though? He knows of the existence, but think about it. They would have wrote themselves into a corner though if he did have the Kaioken. Like you said, he wanted Gohan.
Well, you just said if he had the Kaioken, they would.
No. I just said no. I said they would have wrote themselves into a corner if they gave him the Kaioken. If they let him use the Kaioken, they would have wrote themselves into a corner because he would have just killed everybody, especially Super Perfect Cell.
That is the most crazy. You're basing your argument completely on Toriyama forgot. That is your argument.
I mean. Does he not forget a lot of stuff? I'm pretty sure he forgot about Tails. Like, what do you want me to say?
Like, okay, he forgot about Tails either way. Okay, so I guess ignoring that, taking the narrative away that Toriyama.
I don't see why he wouldn't be able to use Kaioken. He can do everything
just
else.
If he had Kaioken, right?
Yes.
Even if he did. The reason I don't think that he's stronger is because even if you want to take in the specific math and multipliers on it, it's a narrative argument. You just said it. Narratively, Gohan would have to have been the strongest in the series. Like he easily had the ability to overwhelm
I said that's why
perfectly.
He didn't use Kaioken.
Yeah, and I'm saying narratively, that's why Gohan was as strong as he was. Even if he was said to have used Kaioken, he just would have made Gohan stronger in that same argument.
I could say that, but I can agree with that.
Like I could use your same argument.
I mean, I can agree with that, but I'm saying the Cell that we have and the Gohan that we have, if he used the Kaioken, not this new Gohan that would have been narratively written for a Cell that uses the Kaioken. No, I'm talking about the Gohan that we got and the Cell we got, but the Cell has Kaioken.
Hey man.
Yeah, but your same argument is based off assumptions. Like it's completely
the only assumption is that he forgot about Kaioken. Is that really that hard to believe? He didn't bring it back until Super.
I would say yes, it's pretty hard to believe, especially during such a significant moment.
Is it really? And I'm surprised that you're not arguing. I thought the argument was mainly going to be about Gohan being stronger. Most people will try to argue that against me, not the thought that he couldn't use Kaioken. I'm surprised that you argued that because that's
because Kaioken is a multiplier. So why would Gohan be stronger if he could just say, "Yo, Kaioken times 1,000," especially considering his body could withhold it.
I'm happy you can realize that because that's pretty much my argument.
That's your argument, but it's a baseless argument that kind of comes out of nowhere. That's such a random argument.
I mean,
because
I don't know what to tell you. It's not a random argument. It's not random. I just don't believe that Gohan should have. Well, Gohan shouldn't have won. Cell should have used Goku.
And
Simple as that.
On that note, we Jesus Christ. We can definitely wrap this up. I don't even server muted. Yeah, server muted. Why do you think so? I mean, you've said it several times, but just to put a closing, put a bow on it. Why do you think Cell after this conversation is still stronger than Gohan, regardless if he's super perfect or not?
Yo, if I would have came back, look, literally, if I was Cell and I came back, did the beam struggle ×4, yo, what's Gohan gonna do? Give him both his arms. What he gonna do?
All right, Nero. Why do you believe that Gohan was still stronger?
At this point, take my mod because this is the dumbest argument I've ever had. This is the by far. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm on server muted now. I'm on server muted.
Yes, sir. I gotta say, it was obvious. So I don't know what the fuck I just listened to. I don't know how the hell he got away with it. Yes, but server muted actually did win this debate.
Wait till you hear my next one.
Yeah, it's just let me be very clear to alleviate some of my viewers from the immense brain rot that was just bestowed upon them. Let me be very clear. I would have probably argued about the Super Saiyan 2 multiplier to at least to eliminate regular Perfect Cell. I would just talk about what the multiplier of Super Saiyan 2 is. Argue that either A, Cell couldn't withhold that, B, he would have to literally do like Kaioken times 1,000, like almost literally would have to do it to stand a chance, and therefore Super Perfect Cell, we could have a somewhat decent conversation. But Perfect Cell is not remotely in this conversation. I don't know how you let him get away with it, but alas, man. Hey, man, Nero, hey, your mod is not looking in good status. Your mod's not like this. Might not be your last time up here. It might not be your last time up here, but for now, man.
Poll said I won.
You said the poll. I know I give a fuck about that weak ass poll. The poll. Okay. Let me tell you something. The chat is going to vote with who they agree with, like what stance they agree with. They're not voting on who won the debate.
You know what? I'm just happy that other people realize that was a brain rot.
No, everyone knows it's a brain rot point. It's you didn't argue it. You didn't argue against it well, but all right, man. All right, I'm putting both of y'all back in there. That was good shit. You both probably will return. That was good. All right. Jesus Christ. Server muted 100% won that debate. Chat, as stupid as it was, he didn't have anything to disprove it. He didn't have anything to disprove it.
What's good, Sage?
What's going on?
It's Goku again, by the way.
Type shit. Well, just give us a topic and or hot take, bro.
Dragon Ball Daima is already miles better than GT. I doubt anyone's going to disagree it. If they do.
Oh, somebody will.
Yeah, A-Boogie 3K.
All right, but there you go. All right, you said you called your shot from the chat. All right, so Goku, we definitely have someone that wants to debate you, man. All right, Goku 420, you said you can make it better, but your original standpoint is why is Dragon Ball Delilah better than Dragon Ball GT? And if you want to expand upon that, do so in your opening argument.
Okay, so how I can make this better is the Tamagami fight is better than all of them. All of the GT fights. That one fight overall is better.
All right. Well,
is that the only point?
Yeah, I'm about to say continue. This is your whole argument. So why is
that the pacing, the character development? You don't have some annoying child going grandpa every 5 seconds or whenever she's on screen. It's just in what episode are we on? 11 or 12? I can't remember.
I believe.
But 12. How already they've got a pacing better than the overall 47 or 6 episodes that GT had is insane.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start with the fact that
I'm about to say, do your opening argument first, and then y'all can go to war. But do your opening argument. Why do you think GT is still better than Dragon Ball Delilah, despite? I almost said that backwards. Why do you think GT is still better than Delilah? Apologies.
Okay, I'm gonna say that I kind of think it's not fair to compete between Daima and GT because of the lengths of the series. But though that Tamagami fight was good, just because that one fight was good doesn't make the whole 10, 11 episodes better than GT. And then you said you don't have kids in the show. Well, I mean, I think Daima has more children, adults in it than GT has.
Can I quickly correct you on one about some annoying child, aka Pan?
There, but out of all the adults that are kids right now, I would say Pan is a better character than almost all the ones in Daima that are children.
Okay. First off, how is Pan better than all of the kids in the GT?
That's a
Not in
barn
GT and
burner.
Daima.
I gotta admit, that's a barn burner. Oh yeah, that might be the opener. Hey editor, we might find our intro with that one. Oh yeah, they about to cook. They're about to cook.
What have they done in Daima to prove that any character is better than Pan so far?
She is an annoying girl on screen every 5 seconds, screaming "grandpa" or whatnot. Most of the characters that are kids are actually useful at this point in time already. Yeah, Vegeta's getting cooked, but that's nothing new. Let's face it. Like, I'm sorry, but Glorio, he's not a kid. Yeah, he's doing well. You've got Pansy, which is pretty much Bulma 2.0, which is doing well. You've got Piccolo, Bulma, what's the Kaioshin?
Oh, right? Shin?
Yeah, Shin. Thank you, Sage.
Yeah,
how is he doing better than Pan? That brother is useless, but doing better than Pan. Because at least he beat someone in a fight or did something useful for the series in the first time in like 15 years.
Okay, so let me go ahead and say that. Do you not see the similarities between Daima and GT already? They're going to search for Dragon Ball somewhere else that's not Earth. They've turned all the adults to kids. And also, you were talking. Let's go to the villains of these stories that you're talking about, since you're saying that it's better. Which villain in GT is Majin Ku or Buu better than? Story-wise, character development, anything.
Okay, well, first of all, I definitely get the point there, but I do feel here that Majin Ku and Majin Do are going to fuse into Super Buu, into Super Dooku, whatever the name this time, which overall I think Daima's going to have 20 episodes. It took 20 episodes to pretty much get to the first fight in Daima, the first memorable fight against Baby.
That's fair and all, but you're saying what you think is going to happen. We're doing this argument based on what has happened in Daima right now with the GT.
So let's say the first fight of Super Baby 1 version Vegeta, I think that was the first big fight. That's the one that I remember anyway. Compared to the one where we've seen a little snippet of Do versus Tamagami #1. How the hell did that already have better pacing, better action? I mean, yeah, graphics and that lot have all improved in like 20 years, give or take, I think. But like, I'm sorry, the overall fight felt better. It made everything, because we had Ku beforehand and we were like, oh, this guy's pretty weak. Then we had this brother Do turn up and instantly turn into a menace.
Okay, so I'm going to just say that I think GT's better based on the fact that it is older and that Daima had the ability to make a better story, make a better just anime in general, and make the graphics better. And the fact that it's still an argument that it might be better than GT based on how old GT is and that it's a fan-made anime.
Daima
I would have to put it.
Not Daima. Sorry.
I would have to put it Daima because of that. Not to mention that nothing has happened in Daima so far. Nothing. They went to the Demon Realm and took a vacation. So far, that's all. They got in 3 fights so far. I wouldn't consider that better than GT yet.
They've done nothing so far. How the hell I'm sorry, they turned up to the Demon Realm. I understand they're taking a vacation. They've already got one of the Dragon Balls. They already know a bit of what's going on. Glorio realized that he's going to get pub stomped by Goku if he ever tries to fully take him on, considering he decided to go Super Saiyan 2, which he probably didn't even need to beat that Tamagami.
Mm-hmm.
He probably could have ended up using Super Saiyan 1 with fucking Kaioken or something, or use a Spirit Bomb or something. If he could do a Spirit Bomb. But what? How are they taking a vacation? They're starting to figure things out, which already, compared to Dragon Ball GT, where it spent, I think, 17 to 18 episodes just to find out, oh, that guy's evil because he's been from an embryo that went into Vegeta. Now Vegeta's evil. Let's start trying to take him on. After they went planet to planet. I've watched every single episode of GT. I do stick also by with Sage here that Super 17 arc is dog shit.
I agree.
Good God, that's horrific.
But I mean, if you're going to say that the Super 17 arc is bad and that's only a part of GT, I'm going to have to say that the first, 3-4 episodes of Daima was nothing but bores, Snoozeville.
Okay, so it took 3-4 episodes to set up for the entire series. It took GT 15.
That's a third
pretty
of the
much-
series already.
Yeah, that's a third of the series. Don't get me wrong. But
So you're trying to
You've
say
got-
that a third of Daima is better than the whole arc of GT, the Super 17 arc, the Shadow Dragon arc, the even the
what?
I would even put
Okay.
the Para brothers over any other villains that are not main villains in Daima. I'm talking about everybody that they beat up at the bar, everybody that took their ships, the cops. They're not even up on the Para brothers level yet.
They're not up. Jesus Christ.
On that note, man, we're gonna draw that right there. Holy shit. All right. 420. Why do you still believe that Delilah is better than GT?
Overall, the pacing is still miles better, and I feel like the characters are miles better.
Okay. All
So
right.
if you can take away the fights, you can take away that kind of stuff. I just feel like it's a lot better. Nice one for having me against Sage.
Okay. Why do you think that GT is still better?
Honestly, the main reason why I think that GT is better is because as a complete series, with the fights and the traveling through the space and collecting the Black Star Dragon Balls, bringing back old enemies like what's his name, little guy, little green guy that made them kids or whatever.
Oh, fuck! What is his name? Damn. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so like all of that is better than Daima. I will give you this though. On the route that Daima is going, by the time the series is over, it has the chance to be better than GT. At this point, it's not better. We've seen too much from GT to that Super Saiyan 4 Super Saiyan 4 fusion and all that. No, it's not up there yet. It might be there by the end.
Wait until you see. I've seen some leaks. I'm not going to say it, but wait until you see.
Yeah, I don't know if he was talking about Goma or Pilaf, chat. Because if he's talking about you were talking about GT just now?
Pilaf.
Yeah, you're talking about Pilaf. Okay. Anyway, all right. For me, I think that I'm gonna say leaks. What do you say? Something about leaks? I didn't hear that part. Well, I'm gonna say this for me personally. I'm gonna say that despite how crazy this argument went, and I will be blunt. I think that there was a lot of sauce left on the table, a lot of food left on the table that was not cooked. Very disappointed on how we didn't discuss like I guess for example, if I was Goku 420, I would have heavy emphasized how bad the fights were in GT versus just saying the Tamagami one is the best. I would have then talked about how there's several bad fights there, or for the GT sake, how that in hindsight the show has still yet to do anything. You did kind of do that, and you did kind of argue that the villains don't exist. That's why I do think you did win this debate. But yeah, I just feel like there was a lot of sauce left in that argument there that y'all didn't really tap into. But yeah,
can I be
still funny.
I'll take a light night win. That's fine.
Can I be honest, quick? I just forgot midway through what my own argument was because I've got memory loss. I just forgot. My memory loss went, nah, lad.
Jesus.
One of the main things I forgot about is the overall lore already.
Well, that's been both of your time here. Anyone got a random last minute troll, whatever the fuck, mic drop moment for the chat in terms of hot take?
Nah, just see you around, Sage. We need to run some Marvels again at some point.
Yeah, get your ass out of here. Anything for you? Any mic drop moment?
Yeah, stop changing the story, Dom, and keep it the way it is. That's all I gotta say.
All right. What's going on, Bronny? You got a hot take?
Yeah, my hot take is Daima is not that good.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. There we go.
I disagree. I think it's pretty good so far.
I bet. All right. Well, we got one right then and there, ladies and gentlemen. Why we're about to debate the status of Delilah. One thinks it's good, one thinks it's bad. Let's find out today. Bronny, why is Dragon Ball Delilah ass?
I would personally not saying it's ass. I just don't think it's ass. It's not good right now. What has happened to Daima, bro? They've been tiptoeing to get to the finish line. Nothing's really been going on. They'll do something, take 5 steps forward, then take 10 steps back. It's like the Vegeta thing when they was like, all right, get in the ship. Oh, I mean, we got to meet up with Vegeta and them. They meet up just to say, hey, fuck y'all. They go. It's like, bro, what are we doing, bro? And then like the fights, Yeah, don't get me wrong. One fight was good, but the fight with Vegeta right now, it ain't all that, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, Goji, why do you think Delilah has been a good experience thus far? Before you start debating, why do you think it's a good experience thus far?
I think it's pretty good so far, simply because of the fact that, like, I appreciate the fact that it's taking its time right now and not, like, blitzing through. Because, like, I appreciate when something does take its time and not, like, ooh, let's go super fast and then, like, just blitz through everything and then, boom, episode 8, the end. But it's, like, I feel like some people nowadays don't appreciate when a show does take its time like Daima, so I just, like, prefer when, like, it does, like, choose to expand and, like, the lore and shit. Like,
we're arguing right now, Dragon Ball, Delilah, Delora, Daima? Whether it's a good or bad show right now. Floor is yours, man.
All right, Swin. Let me say this. Bro, Daima keeps, like, it's just retcon city, bro. How many times we gonna retcon the same fucking story? Like, how many times we gotta do that?
Well, okay. It's like the retcon shit is like, I see it as like the third timeline from, that's more of like a subsection of Super in a way. So it's like the retcon, I see it as like an open floor for like, oh, it's like, it's fine because like Gawasu's been shown. So it's like, I see it as like a subsection of Super. So it's like,
that doesn't like have nothing to do with the retcons. You're just saying it's a different storyline. What are you talking about?
Fucking I concede. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What the hell?
What?
Well, an automatic TKO Bronny. That was the fastest one, man. You got.
I folded under pressure. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I think it's time for me to change the forte, the scenery here. We're gonna start. We're gonna start having I'm gonna start making up some prompts for you guys to debate about, man. Just to really push forth to rig the content. Time for me to rig some shit, man. I'm gonna expand this to anime hot takes. I'm going to expand this to anime debates. I'm going to start off with something that is rather simple, straight up until the point where, since everybody has Dragon Ball in their mind, we're going to stay with Dragon Ball here. There is a better transformation than Super Saiyan. Let me repeat. The prompt is, there is a better transformation than Super Saiyan. I'm going to bring someone up. They'll say if they agree or disagree. I'm going to bring someone else up. We're going to wait for someone to be on the opposite side. We will have 2-on-2s, but then no 3-on-3s, though. That'll be it. Let's start off with Bronny, because he just got hoed. Yeah, All right, Bronny. Look, the prompt is, there is a better transformation in Dragon Ball history than original Super Saiyan. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
All right, that's 1 for agree. Let's start it. I want to start off strong here, man. Let's bring in the champ. Blue Dude.
Yo, what's up?
Yes, sir. So the prompt is, there is a better transformation in Dragon Ball history than Super Saiyan. Do you agree or disagree?
What does he think?
I'm allowing tag teams, so you can be genuine.
I agree.
I disagree.
All right, so that's 1-1. I'm gonna see if we can find 2 other people.
I disagree with that statement.
All right, you're gonna be on Blue Dude's team. You're on the champs team. You do agree. All right, so that's the 2-on-2. That's 2-on-2 right there. It's going to be Bloodline Rules. Bronny and Nero versus Rapodo and Blue Dude. Look, it's going to be straight up. This one is going to be more chaotic. Y'all can just jump right into the field. I'm stopping it whenever it gets mid, whenever it seems like a pub stomp, or whenever we're talking in the circles, man. I'm going to give your debate necessarily 3 minutes. Floor is yours, but we will start off with...
Wait. Do we have to agree with the transformation?
Yeah. So that's what I was about to do. Bronny. And then Nero, before anyone speaks. Bronny and then Nero. Bronny, what transformations, just off the dome, are better than Super Saiyan?
UI, I'm going to go Super Saiyan 2.
UI and Super Saiyan 2. Nero, what transformations or transformation is better than Super Saiyan?
Literally actually going to say those 2, and the last one I will add on is actually going to be controversial, but Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
Okay, so y'all, oh wow. Okay, so you all have the same 3 transformations. The opposite team, you guys can argue, you can pick out whatever transformation. Your goal is to argue that Super Saiyan is indeed the peak. So, floor is yours, man. Go crazy. This is going to be a hood classic. I like this.
Before we start, Roboto, if you sell my 3-0 record against Nero, I promise you.
Oh, wait.
Hey, if we got to amend the record to 1-on-1s, he gonna cry in the car. He's gonna cry.
I swear, bro. If you
Hey,
still
we going
get
for
a
the
0,
titles.
the
Fuck all
person
that.
who
Fuck all that.
oh my god, bro!
No, we both
I
have
swear, if I
Goku
get spoiled
profiles, but
against
calm
this.
down, calm down.
y'all do
Hey, they
have,
not
y'all
even a
do have
thing,
my
bro.
glorious
Tea
king
up,
there.
tea up.
You do. All right, man. But let's get it going. I'll start it off, or I'll ask. All right, Bronny, just for the title and thumbnail, why is Ultra Instinct? Both of you agree on Ultra Instinct. Why is Ultra Instinct a better transformation than Super Saiyan?
It's because it's just for me, in my opinion, the modern day fans don't give a fuck about Z no more. I don't agree with that, but that's just what it is. They don't fucking care about that shit no more. So when they see a brand new toy like UI, it's the best thing going, and it was a peak transformation. Damn, I can't talk. Peak transformation in the time when it happened. The Kamehameha, the buildup was crazy. Even before like the master, even the fucking pre-form, the Omen was fire. So it's like, bro,
Type
you know, niggas fuck with UI.
And before we continue this any further, I'm going to dead this now because someone in chat typed it. I'm going to make sure that this doesn't turn into the comment section or anything like that. Gang, yeah, Ultra Instinct is technically actually thumbs up. All right, anyway, good for you. Good for you. Yeah, we're counting it as a transformation. I don't have time for your shit. All right, and plus it's also not even, they also expand on it to be a transformation. But anyway, regardless, we're counting it as a transformation. Other team, nigga, just start talking. I don't know what to tell you, nigga. Go ahead. Go to war.
Ultra Instinct is cool. Ultra Instinct is you guys' best argument because I don't really need to argue why Super Saiyan is better than the furry transformation or anything else. But while Ultra Instinct is good, a lot of what makes Ultra Instinct good is what Super Saiyan did first. The build-up is what a lot of people like about Ultra Instinct, how it gets built up. That we've seen a better build-up from Super Saiyan. We've seen Super Saiyan get built up from the Saiyan saga.
Like, we interrupt. Like, will we be able?
Yeah, I can.
It's a conversation.
Okay.
It's that's why I'm like, why y'all so quiet? It's a conversation. Y'all go ahead.
Oh,
okay. This wasn't like opening arguments.
Value is down, bro. Super Saiyan don't have, it's devalued now. It's old news, bro.
And I feel like we're letting Super Saiyan have the iconic argument, which is definitely justifiable. But we can't
still
pretend
has
like
peak, bro.
Well, no.
Yeah.
So you're saying because UI's new,
Omen really got unveiled, and then like
no, I'm saying
later, it got
that
surpassed by
things have
Angel.
gotten better. Like, we clearly have more uses for a lot more transformations now.
And he don't spam UI like he spams Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan is like, let's gauge. Let's see what bro got. And now I'm finna go all out.
When the manga
Super Saiyan was
every fight now in the manga is just UI.
Had a perfect. If you look at Z from beginning to end, Super Saiyan had a great build up, and then after the Namek arc, Super Saiyan is still used really well.
Cell Saga, bro.
Super Saiyan is still used really well, even if you go up to Buu, which you could say Super Saiyan 2 is used more in Buu than just Super Saiyan. But
who did Super Saiyan beat in Buu Saga, bro? Name him.
I didn't say he beat nobody. I just said it was still used well.
Yeah, it's used as basically their base form of, I'm going to try a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
Like, that's all Super Saiyan is anymore. Like, yeah, we gotta appreciate Super Saiyan, but it's not.
Okay, but
it's just not it anymore.
So when they pull out UI is the fucking the final card. That's like my trap card. I got you.
There's gonna be another. There's probably gonna be 5 more transformations after UI. You can't say that. It's just that the longer the series goes,
are they gonna be better than UI? They're gonna be as cool. They're gonna have as interesting as a concept. No,
when when somebody thinks about the concept of a transformation, they think about Super Saiyan first, not just out of Dragon Ball, out of anything ever. Super Saiyan is the first transformation, number one.
Yes, because it's the first.
We already admitted you have the iconic.
I'm the first one.
Yeah, it's iconic. But is that all you got? Is that
it's not all I got? I'm talking. Oh my god, bro! I've been talking about the build up. I've been trying to. All right, bro.
It's the first.
UI.
Yes, I agree. It's the first. It's like the lore and everything.
All right, fine. Super Saiyan looks cooler. All right, fine. You want to? Super Saiyan is cooler.
That's the only thing you have to get is that it looks cool.
It's cooler.
We can't talk about the longevity of UI.
All that UI has. The only argument that UI has. The only argument you guys have is UI. The gimmick with speed. That's the only thing you guys have.
UI becoming avatars. UI is white. Like I know a lot of white people.
Hold on, y'all. Roboto's been trying to get a word in. Roboto, go ahead, because you haven't got a word in yet.
I'm saying you can't be talking about Super Saiyan's longevity in the show not being good when UI, literally 10 episodes after Omen was out, we got MUI directly replacing it and just being a stronger transformation than that. And not only that, and like in the moral arc,
Go back to not talking. Go back to not talking. Go back to not talking.
What?
Bro,
it's
it's
literally just an upgrade. That's like saying you have Super Saiyan for one arc and then Super Saiyan 2 shows up.
That is the worst. That is the worst thing you could have said because they go right back. They go right back to Omen in the manga. That is the worst thing you could have said. Let me handle this. I got this. I got this, bro.
Nigga, I ain't read the manga. I can't read.
There's no time.
Oh my god.
There's
Did
no
you just...
way.
This is not a good team. This is not okay.
The chemistry on this team is dog shit. I'm not gonna. What the fuck?
We have two completely different.
So they have two different arguments. So this one,
y'all not twin again.
Yeah, this one.
Did you not just hear him say you can't read?
Yeah,
I'm a DBZ fan. We all can't read.
This one I'm gonna do, man. This one, Roboto, you got next. I'ma split it because Roboto and Blue Dude are not on the same. They have two entirely different arguments, but agree at the same time. It's funny as fuck. Just to breach that, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Roboto down. Bronny will bring you back. He was talking shit to Nero. he was talking shit to Nero. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let these two go at it, man. There we go.
Okay, now I got an easy argument. All right.
Okay.
I'm
gonna bring Bronny back. If you do beat Nero, I'm bringing Bronny back. Vice versa.
That ain't fair. Don't give me competition.
Oh,
okay.
This is one-on-one.
Why don't you actually say something?
I'm not gonna lie.
Bronny, I know you're still watching. You were going back and forth, but he said this nigga's not comp. I gotta see if it happens now. Floor is yours, man.
What is your argument for? You said 3 transformations. What is your argument for those 3 transformations being better than Super Saiyan?
Okay, Super Saiyan 4, first off, looks better. I'm sorry, I will say. As clean as classic Super Saiyan looks.
Okay,
that's
fine,
number one.
Fine,
number 2.
Okay, fine. No. Okay,
yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, all right. 2, I think it taps into what Super Saiyan was trying to do and just improves upon it, which I think a transformation should do. And Super Saiyan 2, I think Super Saiyan 2, again, is an improvement, and I think it came with a lot of lore with it, especially given that we basically had a whole arc.
It came with Zappy Zaps.
Kind of dedicated.
It came with Zappy Zaps. Next. That's all it came with. Zappy Zaps.
We're not just going to dump down Super Saiyan 2 to Zappy Zaps. So we're just going to like say Gohan's moment into Super Saiyan 2 was just Zappy Zaps? You gonna say you didn't feel nothing when he turned Super Saiyan 2?
Toriyama forgot Super Saiyan 2 existed. Toriyama forgot Super Saiyan 2 existed. Next.
We're downplaying Gohan. Okay, all right. Next. I guess we're downplaying Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. One of the most iconic moments in anime. All right, I guess. I guess that's what we're doing now. Okay, and then we have Ultra Instinct, which is actually a unique concept more than just being a transformation. Now it's
Ultra
actually for his character.
Ultra Instinct has an ugly aura, and its only thing is speed. That's all it has, which is its gimmick. Its gimmick is speed. I'm watching Dragon Ball. I don't need to see the Flash.
I don't need to see the Flash. It actually does much.
I'm watching Dragon Ball.
Goku clearing his mind and actually having to be actually be a martial artist, which we kind of watch the show for. Like, it's actually an intelligent form.
Super Saiyan was Goku embodying the spirit of being a Saiyan and taking out the person who destroyed his entire race. Him being a martial artist is not something that we needed to debate. We didn't need a transformation for us to know he was a martial artist.
That's not what I said. I said it's him developing as a martial artist. The whole show is about path to power. That is Goku's path to power. It's him mastering UI. It's about him clearing his mind and actually getting better over time with his technique and ability.
I could say the same thing about Super Saiyan's arc in Z, where he tries to master being Super Saiyan by being more of a martial artist.
I mean, by going to Super Saiyan 2 and getting more transformations, improving upon it. Because yes, originally Super Saiyan is a good base. Sure, it is, but it's no longer the best form.
They ran back Super Saiyan 3 more times. Super Saiyan 4. They ran back Super Saiyan 3 more times. And none of them were as good as the original. UI looks stupid with the stupid aura. It hasn't been animated well. It has one good moment with Kefla, and it has speed. That's all it has. There is nothing else.
So you're saying this nigga diving into a spirit bomb wasn't the most epic shit ever?
Oh,
this man shaking a universe.
He dived into the spirit bomb.
So
Jiren didn't just throw that back.
You see, I'm
Jiren
not going to
didn't
do
just
what
throw
you
it back.
doing,
He
just
dived into
downplay
it.
every major
He
moment.
dived into it. Jiren didn't throw it.
You're like, okay, we're just going to downplay every major moment I mentioned. All right, but I'm not going to do what you do. I'm actually going to come with arguments. Because I can recognize
only real arguments here. I'm only talking about real arguments. All right, talk about how UI. All right, tell me how UI's story is better than old Super Saiyan's story. Then tell me how its build up is better than Super Saiyan's.
I think it's better because it as a transformation. And again, the show is about path to power, and I think when we actually go through Super as a show and into the manga, the path to power and actually learning more about Goku's martial arts and it being a return to form almost. Because one thing I really learned about Goku is his relation to Sun Wukong and how parallel their stories actually are. And if you actually know what Ultra Instinct is, it's Buddhism. It's essentially Buddhism.
So you talk
There's
about
a deeper lore there.
Any arguments, and then you say if you actually know what Ultra Instinct is, then you know because Sun Wukong's story, bro. I don't care. Goku wouldn't have need to have a return to form if he didn't get. You're about to make me a GT fan. What are you about to do? Why are you about to do this to me? Why are you about to do this to me?
What do you mean? I say it's just like a return to form. I'm not saying like Goku's character got reset. I'm saying as a series, we're becoming about martial arts.
Please don't make your argument so bad that I switch sides. I'm begging you. I don't like GT. Okay. I'm begging you.
So
Listen.
I'm arguing with somebody that's just trying to downplay all my points and not making arguments.
Your main point is it's a return to Goku being a martial artist. What Goku? There is no point of the series up until after.
That's not what I said. I said because there is a point in the series
exactly
where it
what you
just became
said. It was a return to form.
I would say most of, especially Super, became just about transformations and big blasts. That's what it became about. But how we actually get to not unique. I was looking at chat. How we get to UI
I see the
and
same
it being about him and him being
you trying to get original points. You trying to look at chat.
No, I'm just reading chat at the same time. I can't read chat.
I think we just gonna stop there. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, it's been like 5 minutes. Let's just stop. That was funny. All right, man. Read us, nigga, chat. That's why I tell you all, no, reading you niggas is the worst thing to do. Whenever I play these games, I don't read y'all. Now you see why I'm not lying when I say don't read y'all niggas. But I guess narrow your closing argument. Why this pretty much turned into Ultra Instinct versus Super Saiyan. Why do you think at least Ultra Instinct is better than Super Saiyan?
I think at least Ultra Instinct is better than Super Saiyan because we finally have sort of reached a point where we're getting beyond just the Goku's like story. We're getting into the greater power of the verse and martial arts and techniques and what it actually takes to be a martial artist, which I personally appreciate from even base Dragon Ball.
Okay. And Blue Dude, why do you think that Super Saiyan is still the head honcho transformation of Dragon Ball?
I want you to pay attention to the last sentence he said. Because we got all of that in base Dragon Ball. We did not need to get a repeat of that. Super Saiyan was a culmination of Goku accepting his heritage and getting revenge on the person that destroyed his whole race. And then Super Saiyan had an arc after that in which he learned how to use Super Saiyan to its fullest potential, and he never stopped using Super Saiyan since then. That is why Super Saiyan is better, not to mention it's the most iconic transformation of all time.
This was definitely an interesting debate nonetheless, because on one hand, like on both of you guys called out the flaws in both your arguments, but then it's just a matter of who had the more positives. So for starters here, like Nero would sit there and talk about how it's a UI is a change of direction for the series and all these other things, but he kind of would just like pretty much just harp on that. Like it's kind of just like a repeating thing going on. On the flip side, though, he would then be like, I mean, you're just downplaying pretty much everything the fucking form does. So, and that was true. Oh, for Blue Dude's side, for example, essentially y'all did it when Brawny was up there, but essentially we done with the 90s was a thing that went on.
Hold on.
Yeah, it was basically just we done with the 90s, but then on the other side, Blue Dude would say some shit like the transformation is pretty much like we already seen it in original Dragon Ball. Now, obviously, bias would and maybe I'm yapping there, but bias aside, I think if I had to call it that, this is a close one because this wasn't a nothing burger. It was just pretty much like a limitless loop of Nero saying UI changes the direction of the series essentially, and Blue Dude being like, no, it doesn't. We got it in the past. And that it doesn't necessarily mean if that's good or bad. I think technically speaking, when I'm really thinking about what you guys said, I think Blue Dude made a bit more points thinking on it. But to be fair, at the same time, he did just straight up downplay any point that was made in terms of the coolness argument. I don't know how significant that argument was. This is a pick'em. I'll probably say if I had to pick a winner, I'd probably say Blue Dude, but this is a close one. I can see the comments saying Nero won this one because it's literally like, and maybe it's because we're doing these live and they'll have the ability to reread and re-listen to it. But this is definitely a situation of like what got accomplished the most, because it was a situation of downplay in certain direction, and then repeating. But for me, the reason why Nero could have easily won this, and then same time Blue Dude could have won this, is you guys had the conversation basically of stakes, and maybe this will be my way of extending the debate perhaps later on to someone else. You guys had a conversation of Ultra Instinct revisiting past Dragon Ball martial arts storylines. Blue Dude, I get the gist from what your argument that you don't need that anymore. Nero, I get the feeling that you say that's what the series needs to keep doing. If that had been expanded on more, maybe we would hear, maybe things would have got a bit more decisive. But I think that's where you both very much disagree. That essentially bringing back the martial arts aspect of Dragon Ball in Dragon Ball Super, whether that's necessary or not. So that's kind of where I see the disagreement in this specific transformation.
I'm hearing 4-0. I'm hearing 4-0.
I hate your fucking guts. Whether you get out of my sight, hate both your fucking guts. Nigga said I'm hearing 4-0. Next prompt. Who is the character that needs their own arc the most?
What's the character that hasn't got any spotlight?
Yeah, who do you think needs their time to shine? Type shit, basically, is the question.
I don't know, because niggas in Dragon Ball Super ain't really relevant besides the Saiyans. That I'm gonna keep it like that.
Damn.
So I'd say it'd have to be a Saiyan.
Yeah.
So what's the relevant? Fuck it, give it to Trunks. Give it to Trunks. Maybe we can make a new Trunks storyline. I'm spitballing.
Another Trunks storyline. Okay, all right. Hey, stay right here. Fuck it. Oh, yeah, the cam one. Oh, respect.
Yo.
All right, there we go. Which Dragon Ball character deserves an arc about them? Type shit.
All right, so this is kind of a pitch I always done have for Toei, because you know how they like to keep it safe, make it all about the Saiyans, the Goku Vegeta show, shit like that.
Right. That's what we just talked about.
My pitch would have been, we know what Goku got up to in his younger days, Dragon Ball, a spinoff of Kid Vegeta during the timeline of Dragon Ball. What was he doing in his kid adventures back then? The outer space adventures.
He's probably similar to rabbits. I don't see how interesting that would be. Did he just be killing rabbits?
Yeah, a series of them going around fucking up different planets and Vegeta just silently scheming like, "Ooh, I can't wait to fuck Frieza up one of these days" type shit. See Vegeta's first close to death fight. See that nigga
that's hype
for the first time.
My nigga, that's hype beastie. That's hype beastie.
Hey man, I'm gonna be blunt. I did not expect Vegeta and Trunks to be the picks here, let alone a Vegeta back in the past pick, and then essentially Trunks in the future with another future timeline pick here. I will admit these are definitely two picks to say the very least. I did not expect either of these two.
Call that shit Dragon Ball V.
Dragon Ball V.
What?
I'm gonna let some other people get their shit off. I'm probably gonna change the prompt as well. But that was an interesting one. I'm not gonna lie, y'all definitely brought a new conversation there, because I did not expect anybody to say Frieza and Kid Vegeta. I will very much admit I did not expect that.
So what would you rather have, Sage? In your opinion,
of the two that y'all said?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Because doing Trunks again. would fucking cringe.
Well, look.
But it makes more sense than doing Kid Vegeta. I don't.
It's the only reason why I didn't say Trunks, because we already got the whole
I don't see the plot.
Story of Trunks.
I don't see the plot, necessity, reasoning, or anything on doing Kid Vegeta.
There's no plot necessity because Toriyama care about one thing only: fun shenanigans, cool action. And I feel like there'd be fun shenanigans, cool action.
He still cares about narrative.
The literal only way that Kid Vegeta would even possibly be a better story than just fuck it, do Trunks again, is if we were to sit there and have a genuine like conversation or like a backstory to Frieza, and then you'd have to basically One Piece the fuck out of it. You would have to have a new backstory of Vegeta getting abused by Frieza or some shit, and then in that same arc, Vegeta fights Frieza. That would be the only way that I can see. That'd be the only way I could see it. Other than that, there's no reason.
How plausible is that?
Yeah, that's
I just got a visual of Frieza beating the shit out of Kid Vegeta, and that'd be hilarious.
I'm about to say, that's the only way. You would have to basically make a sad story for Vegeta to then, which is kind of like not even consistent with the character, but you would have to have a sad story for Vegeta and then simultaneously have him have that payoff of fighting Frieza at his strongest right now,
or show how he like fucking rises through the ranks of the Frieza Force and how he becomes fucking Frieza's. That sand right there, pretty damn useful. Having like different his rivals within the Force.
Yeah, but like that's not even like the issue with that is that's not even like his character.
Why?
Yeah, one, why, and then two, that's not even his character. He was just a fucking prince. He was just born better, kind of. You know, he was just born diff. So it's an interesting one, but appreciate both of y'all. I'm gonna drag y'all down there. This is easy. Super Saiyan 3 is still a good transformation. Think Super Saiyan 3 is good or bad?
Personally, I think that is bad.
Damn. Okay. All right, here we go. Why do you think Super Saiyan 3 is ass? Go.
Honestly, bro, I think Dragon Ball got lazy with their transformations. I mean, honest, like Super Saiyan 3 is just like Super Saiyan with longer hair and he has no eyebrow.
Oh.
Yeah, it just doesn't really do it for me. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like they could have been a little bit more creative. I respect Super Saiyan 4. I respect UI. I respect even Super Saiyan 2. But like Super Saiyan 3, it felt like they were just, repeating the same pattern.
Are we going like back and forth here?
Yeah,
like,
you go back and forth. Yeah, it's just on. It's just on.
Okay. I don't know. I think Super Saiyan 3 is like one of the most unique looking transformations out there. I think Super Saiyan 3 is one of the most well-written transformations. Like, I think the fact that it's not a good transformation makes it a good transformation. So I don't think that it's lazy, and I think that Super Saiyan 2 is way more lazy than Super Saiyan 3, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I can agree with that because it's basically the same configuration but just lightning. But I don't think that excuses Super Saiyan 3. Like they just, they didn't really put in the effort. You see all these other shows really put in the effort. Bleach, Naruto, even One Piece really put in the effort to make pure forms. And Super Saiyan 3 is just, basically.
Super Saiyan 3 isn't like, you don't think that's different than the other two? I feel like that's way more like out there than Super Saiyan 1 and 2.
I think Super Saiyan 1 was a trailblazer. Like it was kind of the first of its time when it was first introduced. Super Saiyan 2, yeah, I can say Super Saiyan 2 was kind of copy and paste of Super Saiyan 1 relatively. But just because Super Saiyan 2 was copy and paste doesn't mean Super Saiyan 3 wasn't. I think Super Saiyan 3 was lazy writing.
How is Super Saiyan 3 a copy and paste?
Because it's the same golden hair but longer. Like there's nothing different. And he has no eyebrow.
I get the same transformation about the look, but I don't know. If you think Super Saiyan 2, I guess you did say Super Saiyan 2 is uncreative.
I think Super Saiyan 4 is creative.
I think Super Saiyan 3, because like they made that whole transformation for a whole different reason other than just Goku's getting a new form just to get powerful. It serves a whole new purpose. So I think it's one of the most creative forms out there because it serves a whole new purpose than any other transformation.
What purpose does it serve?
It shows that just because you can get stronger doesn't mean that you should take that route. Super Saiyan 3 is stronger than Super Saiyan 2 and 1, but it's really bad in stamina, so you shouldn't use it. So it just teaches Goku to be a little more smarter with the way he powers up and stuff.
I didn't really see that much of a difference. Like he uses it he uses it against Beerus, he uses it against Boo, he uses it against a lot of villains in Dragon Ball. I don't think it's like a transformation that he
used it in the arc. He got introduced in, and then against Gears, he had years to train with it. So I mean, he didn't have anything anything stronger than that at the time.
But do you think it's creative, especially compared to UI and Super Saiyan God?
Not UI. I think UI is better, but Super Saiyan 3 isn't bad. That was the question. I think UI
compared
is
to the
better,
other
but
transformations,
it's definitely not bad.
I think it's about like what you compare it to, and I think compared to the other transformations, besides maybe Super Saiyan 2, I think it's bad.
What other transformations then?
UI, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4.
Okay. I can see those two. Why do you like Super Saiyan God more than 3 though?
Super Saiyan God, one is not just the hair, because at first I was like I was really like a Dragon Ball transformation hater. I was like, oh, they just changed.
They're trying to have a genuine conversation, but he's just lagging so much, so it doesn't come through clear.
How skinny he was, and I was like, oh, okay, he really looks like a deity. And I like that they put those little details in there and made sort of like they went away from like the bulky designs that they had in the past, and they made him like sort of like the old sort of what you would picture a deity to look like, skinny, sort of like a magical aura around them, and like the red, it's like a distinct shade of red, like it almost looks pink. So I don't know. I think because of those things, it looks more godlike than even Super Saiyan Blue. I think Super Saiyan Blue is kind of lazy, but I think Super Saiyan God really fits the picture of a deity for those reasons.
Okay, so you just like it because it fits the way it looks, like the way God's supposed to look.
Be a final.
I mean, yeah,
that's real creative, honestly.
Well, they changed the look of the aura and they made him skinnier.
Yeah, we're gonna put a pin in it right here. It's been about like 3 minutes there. But in terms of this, man, this was a pretty like actually y'all argued purpose and aesthetic. My personal disagreements on whatever be damned. I think what we got there is a mutual understanding on the purpose of Super Saiyan 3, and that's why I think Alexander ended up ultimately winning, because it didn't really it wasn't really, unless I'm misremembering the debate, it was never really like a guaranteed what did Super Saiyan 3 accomplish or anything like that. The argument was essentially Super Saiyan 3 being bad is good. And while I do understand that argument, the question is it a bad transformation? So it's kind of like a sneaky concession in a way more than anything. But yeah, and it just wasn't, I guess, not enough details on how truly bad, quote, it is to make it good. So for me to be like, okay, nah, Jules cooked here. So I think I must say Alexander won that. The aesthetic talks kind of were just like nothing there, because it was just like, oh, you don't think that looks cool? Oh, that's crazy. So that's pretty much what that was, in my opinion. I think that was pretty interesting. It would have sounded a lot more fluid. I think both of you had a bit connectivity issues, so it may not sound the best on rewatch or whatever, or during the experience chat. I could tell what they were trying to say, but yeah, they were just dead ass lagging. So it's just unfortunate, because they were both actually kind of talking. It was just fucked. It was lagging, so it came off kind of fucked. But I appreciate both of y'all, man. That genuinely on rewatch probably is gonna be one of the more like not solid ones in terms of entertainment, but definitely solid in terms of like a conversation. It was just both of you niggas was lagging a little bit.
All right, my bad.
No, there's nothing you can do about that.